Hey guys, just want to do another yap video, I guess. My last one was just kind of off the cuff. This one's going to be off the cuff too. But that was kind of in particular of kind of an argument that I was having with another creator on Twitter over something that they were objectively wrong about, but you know, that's neither here or there. I just kind of wanted to be more personal, I guess, with this one. I know I'm just kind of making this just to make it. I'm sure people who are going to come in watching this may not even know who the heck I am. They might just see this and be like, oh, okay, what's this guy yapping about? Okay, I'm bored, I'm gonna click off. Yeah, I'm just kind of making this for me, as well as just to, you know, get something out, because that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about too, is the fact that I haven't really been doing a whole lot this past year, honestly, like the whole of 2026. But especially the past couple months, I haven't really been doing a whole lot, and I really can't pinpoint to an exact reason why. Altogether, it feels like it's like a collective of feelings of burnout, depression. I really can't really pinpoint anything in particular. Because like I made a poll like a couple months ago saying, hey, you know, which of these games do you want to see a playthrough of me doing it next? I made a poll, and I was like, all right, cool. I got my results. I was gonna do it, and then I just didn't. Like, I didn't sit down and start recording. I didn't sit down and start playing, or even streaming it. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, anytime I sit down and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna stream, I just don't. I have little to no desire to stream, and I think I'm just burnt out on doing this at the moment, you know. I can't. I think that's what it is. I really can't pinpoint to a single thing, and I'm trying to think back to everything that happened this year, and I can pinpoint a lot of personal things that happened. I can pinpoint to just my mood during certain uploads and streams. Because like I could think about like at the very end of last year, start of this year, you know, I've had a family member who is on the brink of no longer being with us. Let's put it that way. And just a month or so ago, I lost my cat, who was with us for about 17 years. And the fact, you know, even for many, many years, you know, I think about relationships. I think about how lonely I am and how it's hard for me to find someone that's, you know, worth my time romantically, because I don't want to rush into just any old relationship and just deal with that shit, and make them waste my time and I theirs. But, you know, anytime I see romance in my life, whether it's just me as a bystander or just in fiction, you know, I get depressed, and I'm like, shit, I'm still lonely as fuck. And then when it comes to content creation, when it comes to streaming and uploading stuff, you know, I see that my streams and my videos just still don't do as well as I would hope. You know, like, I tried so many times to improve my content, get better at editing, or make my live streams seem more visually appealing. And then, you know, videos just don't do well. You know, like, I can pinpoint back to my RE9 playthrough, Resident Evil Requiem. I decided to do a whole recording session for that, and I recorded it just back to back over the course of, I think, a week, and edited all the videos together by myself. And I tried putting in some, silly edits here and there, some decent edits here and there, and I thought I did a pretty good job. I thought I did pretty good with the quality overall. Nobody watched it. And so that kind of proved to me, like, well, people don't really care for videos, I guess. Let me just try to stick to streaming a lot more. And, streaming is still a hit or miss. I'll have good streams, I'll have bad streams. And I don't know, like, I think from a content creator portion of how I'm feeling, I think it's really started with uploading the playthrough of RE9 and the fact that it just didn't do well. Like, I uploaded it every day. I tried different times of the day to experiment, and it's still, like, just all the views were just exactly the same, so it didn't matter what time of the day I uploaded. And I would hope that the algorithm would be like, oh, this guy's starting to upload every day, time to try to push him out a bit more, because YouTube wants frequency. And that didn't work, so I was like, oh well, fuck it. And like, don't get me wrong, like, I try to tell other people this, and I know a lot of people already say this too, to everybody across the board. Just keep trying. It's not gonna be instant success overnight. It's not gonna be, that quickly, but like, people don't understand and don't realize that I've been trying to do this shit for well over a decade. I've had this YouTube channel specifically to grow my channel, to put out content, since 2012. It is now 2026. It's 14 years later, and I had a channel before then too. But like, this one specifically, as a fresh start, it took me a decade to get 1,000 subscribers, and it took me 3 to 4 years to double that to what I have now. And I've seen more success for my channel the past couple years. But I feel like I'm still not getting anywhere, Like, I think it's because of, I'm not feeling that success, that even though I've been more successful the past couple years, I'm not really feeling it. I think that's why I feel like burnt out. On top of, I'm just getting older now, and I just don't have the time or energy that I used to during my 20s. I am now, by the time of this recording, in 2 days, I'm going to be 32 years old. And my life, I haven't gone anywhere with it, and I'm more broke than ever. I am stuck in bumfuck nowhere with the most depressing, boring ass job. I just don't feel like I've really gone anywhere in my life where I'm happy, And I think everything just kind of just being the way that it is this past year has just really just made me feel like, I don't want to say the S word, the forever gone word, because I've felt that so many times, but like, and to the point where I felt like I wanted to, unalive, I don't want to say the word because YouTube doesn't like that word. I normally would say it, but I don't know. YouTube has also been weird with that kind of stuff. Then again, I do curse and say, fucking retard as well, but I don't know. Anyway, I feel unfulfilled. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like I'm wasting my time just existing. And I feel like because I don't have money and I don't have people I can truly fully rely on, because of all that, over the course of this entire decade plus of trying to do YouTube, this past year just being the most depressed I've ever felt in a good while. And just me like kind of just analyzing the past decade of me trying to do this shit and still really not getting anywhere, no matter how much shit I've put out. And God, like my early stuff too, like most of that is long gone and deleted. Like I didn't just private it, like I privated maybe like a third of the stuff, and then the other 2/3 I've fully permanently deleted. And I kind of wish I could look back and maybe even re-upload, but they're lost to the ether. But there's so many times I want to look back at how like excited I was and energetic and productive I was. Like I early on I tried to basically copy Game Grumps, and what the amount of time and the amount of videos that I put out there was ridiculous. Like I uploaded, and this was before scheduling was a thing on YouTube, but I timed my uploads. I put a lot of effort into the editing, even though it wasn't the greatest editing. It was still pretty okay editing in my opinion. But I tried my best to put out videos very, very frequently, and that shit did even worse than what I put out now, both videos and streams. And I was still active. I was still putting out stuff. It just took me a couple years to just finally like take a break and just, you know, stop trying as hard. And that was way back in like 2014 to 2016, about that time period. And then my Clone Hero videos blew up because I made the Endless Set List stuff, and that basically pushed some inspiration and productivity back into my life when it came to the channel. But it still died down again, and then when, you know, COVID hit, and then I decided to take up streaming on YouTube specifically, that's when I came back. And now I'm just like, this like whole YouTube journey has been a roller coaster, and I think I'm at the lowest point of the slowest part, a lowest slump of this whole thing. And I'm just like, I hate it. I really do. I want to be productive. I see my friends who are trying to get into content creating being super productive, but I just personally like don't have the enthusiasm and the time or energy to be like that again, you know? And it sucks. Pisses me off. And like even these Yap videos, I could try to pump out these Yap videos as much as I want, but nobody's gonna watch these videos. No one cares. And like probably only my friends or people in the communities that I have right now or in are gonna care. But like, you know, I still want to grow and expand and, you know, actually maybe have a career in this. But it's been mostly a hobby, and anytime I try to put effort into this as a career, like wanting to make this a career, it doesn't work out. So when I try to be more casual about it, it does better. And then it's just like, it's such a weird back and forth, and it just I don't know what to do about it, and it really, really bugs me. But that's where I'm at. I just kind of wanted to yap about this. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's kind of my reasoning why I haven't been too active this year. But if you guys could help out, you know, just watch my stuff. If and when I do stream, just even if you can't make it to the stream, like, you know, feel free to watch, leave a comment, like all like interacting with the streams, the VODs, the videos in any way, shape, or form helps out a lot. Sharing it, Like, legitimately, you guys do so much by doing that. So if you could just help me out, help up Bro out. maybe if I can see some of that, you know, maybe I can be more inspired. I don't know. It just sucks that I feel this way and that I need numbers to feel better. But I don't know. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.